Allow the illusion of separation to dissolve. October 16, 2013. Note: this was the last message I channeled before I reached the epiphany expressed in the one consciousness that is our universal family. I, Yeshua, speaking for our collective of masters and the company of heaven overall, ask each of you to allow the illusion of separation dissolve away from you now. Separation breeds so much difficulty and so many negative feelings in the minds and hearts of many dear awakening souls, and those of you who perceive yourselves to be alone or separate from your collective should know that in your true state of being, there is no such thing as separation. We note the loneliness and isolation many of you tend to feel as you go about your earthly experience and notice the difference in vibration between you and the majority of your public, and we ask for you to see what you've known as isolation from the perspective of a soul who's awakening to the constant oneness encompassing each soul, even those who don't yet realize it. Feel that in the higher dimensions, there is no separation, isolation or loneliness. You're growing back toward the higher dimensions from the earth, and in doing so, you're anchoring them upon your dear planet. As such, we ask you to understand that in your newly developing higher dimensional earthly existence, there is no separation from the rest of your collective. You're connected with everything. Your oneness with everyone around you goes much deeper than your human connections, which has been mentioned before. You're wholly connected with every plant, animal and thing around you, as all are comprised of the conscious energy of love who's taken different forms. When you feel lonely, attempt to plug yourselves into the universal energies your planet is being delivered en masse at this time. Take the time and effort to feel the constant bliss and harmony prevalent all around, and understand that the aspects of your earthly existence that have dragged you down or kept you in states of unhappiness have been illusory all along. The joy, harmony and unity beginning to be recognized and established on your planet are the real qualities making up your developing higher dimensional experience, and humanity will come to expand upon such things as your perception of them grow to unprecedented proportions. Your love, dearest souls, and in your darkest hours of depression or loneliness it'll benefit you immensely to know and understand this in the realest sense. You are quite literally the creator of your experience, and as you evolve further you'll understand yourselves as the very structure making up existence in this universe. You'll discover that you are and have always been everything, and any earthly feelings of loneliness will simply melt away as you remember your supreme and everlasting connection with all that is. Being the conscious and unconscious creator of your experience, you wield much more power than you've allowed yourselves to believe. We understand that some prefer to stay away from the term power, but when we say it we refer to the everlasting spiritual ability and energy you possess within, that's waiting to be utilized. As each of you individually awaken and utilize your power and ability for the good of the planet, so do you inspire many, many others to arise and do the same. Understand when your bodies need rest. Learning about the actions of the cabal helps many souls to understand that your earth is nothing like the illusion that's been manifested in an effort to keep your populace distracted about the reality of your existence as spiritual beings. From that point, spiritual enlightenment becomes possible as one's perception of an illusory reality is shattered when understanding the corruption and tyranny that's run rampant on your earth. The actions of the cabal have always been meant to help humanity awaken to the true reality of your existence as spiritual beings, and your collective will come to understand and grasp your infinite spiritual ability and potential as you subsequently understand the need to establish widespread unity and harmony amongst all. Your future is being brought about in every moment with the diligent actions so many of you continue to perform for the Earth's ascension, and as our scribe is coming to learn, your vibrational state of being will determine the amount of good you're able to do for the planet. Don't overwhelm or exhaust yourselves, dear souls, and understand when your bodies simply need rest. Act accordingly when given the signs from your body that your active participation in your planet's awakening and ascension may not be needed in any given moment, because you can't give all of yourselves to the Earth's ascension without serving yourselves in the necessary and balanced ways. Your work for the Earth's ascension is greatly needed and appreciated, and even those of you who don't feel as if you're making any impact are doing much more than you realize. However, your efforts can be at their purest and sharpest when you've taken care of your own needs and brought your temples and your vibration into an aligned state of willingness to help your dearest Earth and your collective consciousness. Even if you choose to rest in any given moment instead of performing work for the Earth's ascension, understand that your very presence on the Earth is heralding massive positive effects in your collective consciousness because of the pure vibration being expressed and radiated on your surface. Bless everything. We don't mention the pure vibration of each of you who've come to the Earth to help her collective awaken to feed your egos, but we wish to let you know that your vibration is making a positive difference. Your presence on the Earth is helping others to become aware, and we ask you to celebrate this fact and love yourselves as you continue to embrace the wholeness with yourselves and your lives you've always been meant to feel. You're meant to feel whole with yourselves, and you're meant to be able to express this wholeness and the joy and love that come with it to every facet of the consciousness around you. The illusory difficulties and pains of the earthly experience will fog your perception of the infinite joy and wholeness you have the full opportunity and ability to feel, but only if you let them. Only if you let them will the trials of the earth take you under, and rather than allowing this to happen we ask you to bless everything that happens in your lives that you perceive to be stressful or difficult. Many of you are being tested in the greatest ways, and your ability and resolve to remain in a balanced and neutral state at all times is being displayed to you with each happening you experience and react to. Monitor your reactions to situations that present themselves in your lives, for therein lies the lesson intended to be learned from them. Nothing happens by coincidence, as this creation is nothing if not intelligently designed with growth and rediscovery of the very real energy of love in mind. Everything that happens in your lives happens for a necessary and ordained reason, but we know that this doesn't comfort many of you who tend to feel overwhelmed by the experiences you're presented with. For those of you who feel this way, we can only reiterate the importance of monitoring your reactions and how the situations that play out affect you, and in doing so we can anticipate a greater appreciation for the design of your lives and experiences to be bred. Creating heaven on earth. We understand that the earth experience can be difficult, but we ask you to look toward and embrace the time when you're able to arise and express the purest, sincerest and most unflinching vibration of love, wholeness and joy. When you can do this from within the pains and toils of the earthly experience, you'll truly create heaven on earth. More souls are beginning to be able to do just this as your populace continues to awaken, and the collective vibration is rising at a much quicker pace than some would perhaps expect. This is because of a massive snowball effect that's seeing more souls latch onto the pure energies you're being given, and what's shunned by much of your society in this moment could soon be picked up on and accepted by all. We ask you to look towards such a time while appreciating and utilizing this moment of now as much as you feel possible, because the future we speak of will be reached with your active effort and involvement. As we make our final impressions for this communication and turn this temple over to the dear Pleiadians, we say with love that your wholeness with yourselves and your existence can grow to incredible proportions in this moment if you simply allow it to. You're forever at the helm of creating your experiences, and when you can cultivate and breed love for yourselves and all around you, you'll have taken the first solid and tangible steps home. Sanjay Ka and the Pleiadians speak. With love and appreciation for the continual efforts of each of you, we of the Pleiadian Councils ask you all to ponder the words and impressions given by Yeshua and the Ascended Master Collective on this day. Your oneness with every facet of consciousness around you is a crucial subject for humanity to understand, as your new paradigm is intended to be brought about with the active interest of each person, and a separated populace will find much difficulty in building anything new. We too note the level of isolation many of you dear evolving souls tend to feel from the rest of your populace, and when mired in feelings of loneliness or unworthiness we ask you to call upon Spirit and funnel your pains and insecurities into realms and beings who'll treat you with so much love, so much compassion and empathy that you'll remember your wholeness as a divine being of spirit. If you spend one moment in these blissful realms we're delighted to speak with you from all of your pains, worries and insecurities would fade and you'd greet your earthly experience with the light of a soul who's discovered something more. Your perceived isolation from the rest of your planet is, in many cases, actually isolation from your perception of the divine realms of spirit packaged differently. Your mind will go to great lengths if allotted to block out your perception of the higher dimensions, because mind thrives in the lower dimensions and in the mental exertion that can come with them. This is why we ask each of you to focus on the development and opening of your sacred heart space, for in doing so you'll be able to gain constant glimpses of the spiritual realms as you feel the joy, harmony and bliss so often discussed. The work is ultimately yours to be done in regards to refining and cultivating bliss and wholeness within, but understand that you'll forever be given assistance from us in the higher dimensions. Connecting in past lives. This is one of our biggest aims in communicating with and helping your planet, to assist each of you individually along an ascension process we understand can be very difficult. We've been on your Earth ourselves and we have a very good idea of the amount of lower dimensionality and perceived negativity prevalent, and we happily stand by your sides and play the supporting and encouraging roles we've long played for each of you. Some of you have been able to open up to connecting with us in past lives and especially in the times of the then developing colony of Atlantis. Telepathic contact preceded physical contact and our existence on your planet when Atlantis and Lemuria were in full bloom. We've supported and encouraged each of you for as long as you've been on the Earth, and even in the lives wherein you had no perception of us or of spirit in any way, we stood by you and offered assistance when and where we could. You have so much love to express on the surface of your dear evolving planet, and we ask you to utilize your potential and make your efforts to feel the growing level of bliss you can pick up on and radiate to all around you in every moment. We certainly understand that events on your Earth tend to pile up and make you forget your divine lineage and roots, and when they do so we can only recommend remembering that you are Source, Love, Infinity incarnate in a temple you've been taught to believe you're limited beings because of your presence in. Yes, there's much that could drag you down and take your perception away from everything we talk about, but in your evolving day and age you simply don't have to let the things that have lowered your vibration do so anymore. The greatest reception of your divine selves. Many of you are undergoing surfacing related to past lives and the former years of your current, and we ask you to allow this process to flow with the grace of the Creator if you find yourselves surfacing insecurities related to previous versions of yourselves. Those yous who existed before were simply in need of growth and development, and while there's still much growth and learning to be done, you stand at the tipping point of the greatest reception of your divine selves you've yet seen. Embrace the expansion taking place in your minds and hearts, and know that you'll only continue to expand because your present form simply can't take the level of love you're bringing in. Of course, those of you who choose to do so will remain with your current earthly bodies, but they'll be upgraded and expanded to accommodate the pure vibration you're assimilating and radiating in every moment. Even when you don't feel as if you're at your purest or highest, vibration-wise, your energy is indeed coming through and affecting your planet in massive ways. Obviously, your individual mood and emotions affect the vibration you give out, but we ask you not to worry in the face of necessary surfacing because your vibration is unflinchingly of the pure and nothing can take this from you. Nothing can take your perception of the burning violet flame within away from you, and nothing can stop you from utilizing this burning flame and enacting every bit of change you've been poised to and have heard about through channels for so long. We seek to offer you as much information, energy and insight as we can from the position we're blessed to fill, and as we watch you go about your experiences we feel the most brimming of love for each of you. You're coming to rediscover love in all of its forms, and this is a beautiful process that we're blessed to enjoy witnessing. Amidst this process, you'll find yourselves inundated with energy and enthusiasm at times and less than enthused at others, and we ask you to simply ride with the wave of your experience and surrender the mental need to control the outcome of the situations playing out in your lives. No exertion of control necessary. While we encourage personal empowerment and crafting the events playing out in ways you know will benefit you or those around you, We don't encourage attempting to exert mental control upon yourselves and your experience when learning that you're the creator of your reality. You are indeed the creator of your reality, but if you attempt to work through distortion, then distorted creations will result. The perceived need to exert mental control over one's experience could be seen as a distortion of the lower-oriented mind, and we ask you to simply flow with your lives while taking charge in certain situations and recognizing the supreme power and ability you have to create. Be and so much change. We know with love that many still await a magnificent happening or manifestation to confirm what they know and can feel within, and we ask you to seek within for constant affirmation of the spiritual realms and anything else you're coming to feel and know. We're certainly here, all around your planet and with each of you who can open up to a connection with us, and we'll certainly make ourselves known on your earth when the collective vibration is allowing for our presence to be made known. However, we encourage seeking personal empowerment and fulfillment, as well as utilizing your ordained ability to create change. Humanity is much stronger as individuals and as a collective than you've allowed yourselves to believe, and when you can fully grasp your power and ability, you'll see that they've always been with you. As we make our final impressions for this communication, we say that the vibration you're finding your perceptions of grow will only become purer as you continue to expand. Welcome every bit of change being made now, dear souls, and know that you can be at the forefront of making it if you so desire. At the same time, remember your divinity as a being of spirit, and if your experience weighs on you, simply allow and move forward. Thank you to Sanjaz Ka and the Pleiadian councils, and to Yeshua and the Ascended Masters. Channeled through Wesanak. Wesanak.com. AquariusParadigm.com